Alrighty, well, I'm just gonna jump right in. This is part 2 of opening a absolute ton of Pokemon card packs. In the first episode, I opened a couple Scarlet and Violet packs. Now I am on to my second stack over on my right side of just pure Crown Zenith. So here's the code for y'all, because I don't use them. Got a love disc. Again, got Chatot, Yama. Thankfully, because I'm like a little bit special, I like to keep my... Oh shit! Oh shit! So I love shiny Pokemon, right? My first pack of Crown Zenith that I'm now opening, Radiant Eternus. All right, first pack hit. I'll take it. This is getting sleeved immediately on stream. Got the Twilight Masquerade card sleeves because I really, really, really enjoyed my the full art pincer, and I was like, if I get it, I want to be able to sleeve it immediately. Well, turns out my friend, good friend of mine now, he really came through and hooked me up. And not only did he manage to pull the Japanese full art pincer from Twilight Masquerade, he had a friend who he was helping who gave him the English full art pincer. And I was just kind of dumbfounded and awestricken because, like, I bought a full box, and I was like, well, what do I do now? So now I'm kind of just at a moment where I'm just opening packs, having fun, trying to get my sub count up, because I would very much like to just be able to stream this, because I feel like saving up the amount of packs that I did is a hell of a lot of fun. And if I could just have streamed all of this in one day, I 100% would have. It would have been a blast. I would have opened everything. I don't know if I'm not 100% certain, but I got that the full art Leafeon V, and I really do like that. I like all the evolutions. So that is nice. I like these ones here, the knitted art ones. Once again, I collect these namely for the art and the fun of it, and the bit of a nostalgia hit from when I was a kid. So I get to see some of the older cards in. Oop, that was an energy. I get to see some of the older cards, in their new art form renditions, and for me, it's just really nice. I just, I really enjoy it. Nevertheless, I've seen a few people have already watched my last video. I'm very grateful for it, because, like I say, I do edit these down just because I'm real shy when it comes down to this stuff. And at the end of the day, even though I would like to be confident in my own skin, it's one of those things where I don't really care to, show my face. And so I'm just gonna keep doing what I enjoy, and doing it in a method that keeps me ambiguous and happy doing it. That being said, I don't doubt that there's somebody out there who could easily just click-clack on a keyboard and find me and know who I am. But at the end of the day, I'm just a simple dude. I'd really like it if people would just enjoy hanging out and open some Pokemon cards with me. Oh, see, this is one thing that, like, I know there's a lot of people out there who are just like, energy. Why do I have so much energy? At the end of the day, I do like seeing the energy go through its new renditions too, just because I think that it's kind of fun seeing how they've gone and they've changed throughout the set from the decks. And of course, since I don't play the card game, I only really get to see them whenever I open new packs throughout the generations. And so I went and in my old binder that was gifted to me, I organized all of my trainer cards, and not only my trainer cards, but all of the energy. And I organized all of the energy cards by their era. So I have some Gen 1 era energy cards. I have some Gen 2, Gen 3, more stuff and things like that. Nice. Got his AC and V. See, I don't know what the VMAX really is outside of just being a stronger version of a normal card. But I like that they do the full art designs for them, and I think it's a neat way to get some cool looking art for some of the monsters who have gotten the ZMAX form, or not ZMAX, the VMAX forms, or whatever it's really called, V-Star, VMAX. I can't keep up with it all. Nevertheless, today has been the first day back from work, or back to work from the holidays. And so it was a bit of a slow day, nevertheless, but you know, it's been fun getting back into work because spending all my time here and just kind of hanging out. Oh, hell yeah. Yo! Got a full art Pikachu, immediately followed up by Professor's Research, full arts. I'm really happy because I can never remember his name, but I started out with Generation 4. So seeing him in, him, is that Rowan? Oh my goodness, it's right on the, nice. It was, it's 100% right on the card. Oh, goodness. Nevertheless, if my voice does sound a little bit different or anything like that, I've been kind of stuffed up and congested a little bit, and it's kind of not really clearing up in the way that I would like, and so I kind of got a bit of an odd sound in my voice right now, but nevertheless, I hope that I'm not too grainy sounding. But I don't know. I'm kind of just still figuring it out. I don't know if I really care to do a change up in my voice, or if I wanted to do like just a silly voice or something for the videos or anything like that. But just one of those things that going day by day and getting used to it all. And sorry if I am going a lot a bit quicker than what I was in the last one. It's just one of those things where my phone, Miltank, not my favorite card, be honest. But having a shiny Miltank is super nice because I've always enjoyed the fact that it's shiny, being blue. From my understanding, was based, I know of course it was not, probably not based on Babe the Blue Ox being, it was Gen 2, and when Gen 2 was releasing, they were only shifting the palettes, for doing Chinese of course, they were shifting the palettes by one tick, I think it was. Son of a biscuit. And when they were doing that, of course, it led to, excuse me, it had led to the awful shiny, I'll say it, the straight awful shiny of Gengar. Like, I really enjoyed Gengar's shiny Mega Evolution. However, Gengar itself, shiny hunting that, especially shiny hunting that in X and Y to be able to actually utilize its Mega Evolution. The worst shiny hunting experience I have ever had. I will be transferring my shiny one into Legends Z because I refuse to hunt another one. I was so burnt out after the first one, and it just took so ungodly long because the only way to be able to tell was it had to you had to hear the sound, you had to hear it sparkle, or you didn't have to. If you didn't want to do breeding, you could go after Haunter, and then you'd have the opportunity to see its tongue. But I remember I was always having issues with Haunter not wanting to spawn where it was supposed to be spawning in. And so it was just kind of one of those things where I kept breeding and breeding and breeding and breeding and breeding until finally I found... I saw the sparkle and I was like, okay, cool. You know, I'm finally free. And then, because I was just a goober of a kid, I didn't know exactly how to level a Pokemon, let alone did I have the actual patience to get it appropriately leveled and do EV leveling, IV leveling, and all that. So I wound out with a shiny, absolute dog water Gengar. And of course, I'm not blaming that on anybody but me. You know, I never learned. I still to this day, I still haven't. It's not really fun to me. I just kind of like, you know, leveling up a creature, battling with it, and pretty much just like the stereotypical kid thing of like, this is my Pokemon, it's special because it's mine. It's kind of like, it's the feeling that I have. Oh, sweet. Another Pikachu full art, that one there, just a little bit closer so everybody can see the artwork on that. V-Star, once again, I just don't understand it. Lunatone, Solrock. So what I'm seeing, there might be more fighting types in this set, but so far, I think Electric is the one that I've gotten the most of. But nevertheless, really nice Pikachu art. I'm really liking the artwork out of the Crown Zenith set. That being said, unfortunately, where I was buying them at, because I'd buy in bulk, sold out. So now it's kind of sad that outside of going to a card shop, which unfortunately all the card shops near me like to really rack up their prices, I have to pretty much just go to a card shop or get lucky and find them out and in the wild. And unfortunately, that's not exactly the easiest for me because I have the attention span of a gnat and the social battery, well, it just doesn't exist. After about 30 minutes in the grocery store, I'm ready to not have to deal with people for the next, say, day or so. But nevertheless, I'm going to try and keep an eye out for them because it is kind of nice being able to open these large bulk quantities like this, just because it also helps me with my organization and being able to just organize everything all at once versus having to go back over and doing, oh, well, I have this set and this set, and out of it I got grass, basic, and electric. And then I have to go through and organize every one of my sets for only a few cards, and it's still going to take me a couple hours, give or take. It just, you know, I take a weekend and spend that weekend. Oh, no shot. Well, I don't know if that's rare, but yeah, hell yeah, a flippin' shiny Charizard, hell yeah, I will gladly take that. Sorry, Lycanroc and an Electric Energy, Crocorock, Luxio, and the Hisui trainers. I want to sleeve this right flippin' now, because even if it's not rare, I really like shiny Charizard. I think everybody does. But nevertheless, even if it's not rare, then I still have a shiny Charizard that I didn't buy an explicit box just to get. I pulled it out of Crown Zenith. So I get to say, I pulled a shiny Charizard. It's not a full art or anything, but I don't need it to be. Because I pulled a shiny Charizard. So, here's one. I really dislike Enamorus because it took so ungodly long for myself to actually beat it in Legends that I got really frustrated, and I actually stopped playing Legends for about a week, because maybe I'm just bad, but it took me so long and so many tries, and I was so tired of hearing the sounds that you get when you get low HP, and I was done. I was defeated. I was like, all right, you win. You know, I'm tapping out. You win. I'm done. And so finally, after about a week, I come back. Ooh, it wasn't exactly the clearest showing there. After about a week, I finally come back, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to come back and beat it. And I immediately beat it on my first try. That's a nice looking Rotom. Not the biggest fan of Rotom, but always a fan of full art cards. Got my Metang, Energy Switch, and Crocorock. Oop, jumped the gun. Don't want to do that. Now, if you notice, from the last video to this video, I did have to shave. I had some of that quality Christmas time stubble growing, and where I work, I can't have facial hair, so I had to trim it up this morning in the shower, and unfortunately, I was a bit of a goober, and I missed some hair and stubble on my chin. And even though nobody called me on it today, I could feel it whenever I would touch my face, or when I was eating lunch, when I had kind of cleaned off my mouth, making certain that I wasn't being an absolute pig. I just, I could feel it, and it was there, and it bothered me, and I was like, I really hope no one can see how bad this 5 o'clock shadow is hitting on just my chin. And thankfully, nobody had said anything, but I was like, the whole day was just real leg clenching and very tight, because I just wasn't certain if I was going to gladly take that, a Magmortar full art with son of a goodness. Electivire. I think that's his name. Evolution of Elekid and Electabuzz. I do like that art. The only thing that I kind of wish is I think that they have made Pokemon a little bit more on the friendly side to appeal to younger kids again, versus when we were kids, it was Drifloon will straight up like take you away and you're done. Pinsir had, when it came out, it was Gen 1 of course, and then Gen 2 was when Heracross came, and they had like a straight up bitter rivalry feud. And now, depending on the article, or depending on who's writing the dex entry, they can be best of friends. And it's just, if I remember that dex entry right, they get into straight up territorial turf wars. And I think it's cute, it's fun, but also, like, I don't know, keep some of the stuff that really made Pokemon stand out, even if that standing out is for it being a little bit dark. Because at the end of the day, having a little bit of some darker tones or adult themes, it gives it room. It gives it room to grow with your audience, right? Because I can't really say we, because I didn't grow up with Generation 1. I grew up with, technically, I started in Generation 4. Just because I couldn't afford, my family couldn't afford to get me a Game Boy and Pokemon Emerald. So, I started late. I was in the 7th grade, and a friend gave me a secondhand copy of Pokemon Diamond. And so I started late. I started Gen 4, so I can't really say that I grew up with all of it, but I grew up with enough of it in reading some of those dex entries that I was like, okay, this has room to grow. And then as time has gone on, it's gotten a little bit more safe. And I think giving it the room to grow and giving it some of those darker tones that allow the younger fans just the safe amount of getting scared. Just the safe amount of getting scared. And just allowing their imaginations to run a little bit more wild with some of the entries. I feel like it can lead to more unique situations and unique headcanons. And it can definitely allow kids to think outside of what they would normally imagine, and quite possibly have more fun with what they're thinking about for the headcanon. And, this happens with this character, and this happens with this monster. I think that it leaves more room for creativity. And that seemed really thick. Goodness. It's like a double thick card. It isn't 2 cards together, is it? I don't want to damage this card, but also... Oh, no, it is. Okay. Almost just damaged the card for no reason. Oh, another... It's a duplicate of the Trainer Duo. Shaman and Crushing Hammer. Nevertheless, I had a seriously solid haul here today. Probably do Twilight Masquerade on tomorrow if I get home early enough, or possibly on Wednesday. Nevertheless, this has been a lot of fun. I hope everybody who does watch enjoys, and as we come into the holidays, depending on when I'm able to actually make the video, well, I hope you have a happy new year and stay safe.